Hello and welcome back to Electric Petrolhead. My name is Andy and I look at electric cars and have a big influence from my Petrolhead background. So I'm interested in electric cars that are fun to drive and just excite me and make me want to tell people about them. This is going to be an amazing year for electric cars and the whole industry. So this is my 10 cars, mainly family focus, that I'm most looking forward to seeing on the roads in 2021. So number 10 is the Mercedes offerings, the EQA and the EQB. I'm really interested in seeing what these cars are like. I've always been a big fan of Mercedes. I've done quite a lot of miles in a CLK in my past. I just think they're a really nice place to be. And talking to a lot of my sort of non-car friends, Mercedes is a brand that everyone seems to look up for. The EQA and the EQB are going to be small family cars, and this is what we need from electric cars. You know, bring the price down to an affordable rate. Most of the sort of family journeys people do are going to be to school, to shops, to work, and you can do that in an electric car without even having to worry about public car charging. So this is going to be a really good sort of demographic. Yes, they're kind of the sort of SUV type thing that I'd rather have, sort of estate cars, but at the same time for families there's huge benefits with going for like the small SUV, especially if you've got babies and trying to get them in and out of the back seat. So yeah, I think Mercedes with the EQA and EQB, that's going to be a massive seller this year. I'm really looking forward to seeing them on the road. Number 9 is one of my all-time favourite cute little cars, the Fiat 500. It's getting some really good reviews. I think as a small little town car it's fantastic. I don't think the rear seats are really big enough for us as a family of 4, with my girls getting taller and taller by the day. But if I just needed a small little city car just to nip in around, it'd be really close between the Honda E and the Fiat 500 electric. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing some of those on the road, just because they look so cute. Said with an Iron Maiden t-shirt on. So the next one is the Ford Mustang Mach E, and I'm not even going to bother talking about the name because I don't really mind. I just think it's a really cool car, and it's really good to see Ford pushing the EVs properly now. I've always been a big fan of Fords. I had a Focus Mark 1, which was phenomenally good fun to drive, and then I had a Mark 7, I think it was 2009 Fiesta, both just fantastic cars to drive. So really looking forward to getting behind the wheel of this new Ford. So if any of the PR are watching, just drop me an email, link in description. And if you're not the PR and you just want some help with EVs, also email me, I'll help you. Number 7. Now, my VW ID3 videos were probably some of my most popular videos so far. Now, they're bringing out the slightly bigger car, the ID4, which is Qashqai size, and it's just going to be a really good family car. I know someone in America has already got one on order and he's looking forward to it. They don't get the ID3, which a lot of them are a bit sad about, but the ID4 I think is going to be really good. Yes, there's issues with the software and stuff, but the software is a little bit of an easier problem to solve in the future than if there was some fundamental hardware issues. And VW know how to make a good solid car, so the ID4 is going to be great. It's on our potential sort of list because when you compare, say, an ID4 with, say, a Tesla Model Y, the Y is going to be more expensive, so it's going to be whether we actually need all the fun that Tesla bring. So yeah, ID4 is going to be really good. Looking forward to seeing them on the road. Number 6 is Audi with the RS e-tron GT. Audi came out with the e-tron a few years ago, and people sort of looked at it and thought, oh, the range isn't that great, it's a bit slow. But actually, the people who bought those cars absolutely love them. The way that Audi have worked on the charge curve, which means you get a spike up to a fast charge rate, and then it holds that rate right to the end and then drops off. Whereas in some cars, you get the spike and then it comes down, and then so the way that works is you get a lot quicker charge out of the sort of the Audis. So look into what they do where they take it to the next level and make it sportier into like a GT sort of saloon type car. It's going to be really interesting. Obviously there's links there with the Porsche and the Taycan, so there's going to be some shared technology there. I'm really excited to see these. I think they could be a really good seller. My only worry is the thing with the German brands is you've got to add so many options. So you look at the headline price and you think, well, that's affordable. But then by the time you spec some sort of pretty essential options, you're another 15 grand more. Hopefully Audi won't do that. That's something that's put off quite a few of my friends from buying the Porsche because they've seen it as an 80 grand car and compared it with a Model S, and then by the time they spec it up, it's 100 grand. So yeah, Audi, I like you. That's good. Keep it going. Now this wouldn't be an electric petrolhead video if I didn't talk about Tesla. I had a Model S for 18,000 miles, 2 years. I loved it, and I'm really want to get another one. But they've got something really cool coming out of America soon, and it's a Cybertruck. Now, I know there's a good chance that it's not going to be road legal in its current form in the UK and in Europe. However, let's just see what they do. I wouldn't be surprised if once Berlin was online, the Cybertruck very quickly came out of that in a slightly different format. I'm a mountain biker. I've got 2 daughters who love getting outside and doing all sorts of different sports. So something like a Cybertruck really does appeal for me. I was up at 5 AM on the day of the live stream and I saw it and I put the 100 quid down. So I've got an early deposit on one. Kate's a little bit less keen. She'd rather have something like a Model Y or an e-tron or something like that. But there's a big part of me, maybe it's a kid in me, that just wants another toy car. But yeah, Cybertruck, I just want to see them on the road. I just think it'd be absolutely awesome to be at a traffic light and then a massive Cybertruck comes up alongside you and then just launches down at sub 3 seconds 0 to 60. That's just going to be cool, isn't it? And let's be honest, if, you know, life is short, we need to have fun. So if a Cybertruck brings you fun, I'm all for that. So yeah, Cybertruck, can't wait. For number 4, we're back to Porsche. Now, the Taycan has been incredibly popular and it's an amazing car. They've got the Sport Turismo coming out, which is a slightly more estate shape, something that they did with the Panamera and it was very popular. This just gives you a more usable boot or trunk if you're watching in America. The problem with the Taycan is it's a 100 grand car, but it gives you basically the same sort of interior space as a Model 3, and that limits it for families. It's a great car if you're just going to be driving around, just maybe 2 of you, but as soon as you fill the back seats with children and then you've got dogs like we have or anything else like that, Taycan doesn't really work. But the Sport Turismo, that does. So if this channel goes stratospheric or I win the lottery or anything like that, I'm pretty certain I'll get one because I just think they're brilliant. And I miss my Boxster, and the Porsche interiors are just a lovely place to be. So yeah, big fan of that. The other thing that could be coming out is the Mach E, which is their small sort of SUV sort of family car. I heard rumours, it's gone a bit quiet on that was going to be the next EV from Porsche. And then they were going to do the Boxster and the Cayman or sports cars, and then eventually the 911. So I'm really interested to see what Porsche do. You know, they've proven the Taycan is a good setup. They just need to have a kind of like a VIP option for charging on the road. They've got Ionity, but there's not enough of them. You know, maybe they should partner with someone like Instavolt and do a digital handshake. So you literally plug your car in, it recognises you and bills you automatically like Tesla do. I'll do another video on how the mainstream brands need to move to be more like Tesla. But yeah, Porsche I'm a big fan of. I think their EV offerings are great, and the Macan, that would be another really good car for us because the boot would be really good for our dogs. So it probably makes more sense than a Taycan Sport Turismo just because of cost. So yeah, I'm really interested to see them. Okay, we're down to the top 3 cars of 2021 that I'm really looking forward to seeing on the road. And in number 3 is the Tesla Model Y. I'm a huge fan of the Model 3, but the boot wasn't really right for us, or the trunk. It needs a proper hatchback for us because we've got dogs, and if we're doing long journeys and we're going to the beach and things like that, the i3 works, but if we've got a Tesla at home, we'd rather take that. So the Model Y is likely to come out of Berlin for UK buyers. That seems to be on track for about summer 2021. And I think if Elon was looking to make the most popular cars, he'd do a Model 3 and a Model Y straight away from there. The Model Y has been really popular in America. It just gives you enough space as a family, which the Model 3 is just pushing the limit on. I'm really looking forward to one of those. I really hope I'm in a position to buy one. I think it would work really well alongside our i3 and be a little bit more popular with Kate than a Cybertruck. But yeah, really can't wait to see them. I think they're going to be a huge seller. Number 2, for a little bit of fun, is the Rivian R1T. In a similar way to I talked about the Cybertruck, I'm really looking forward to seeing these things on the road. I think there's a massive number of plumbers, electricians, and all those type of things who will just lap those up. They'll save a fortune on fuel, they'll be able to charge it up at home or in their yard overnight, and it'll be really good. For people like me who do mountain biking and sports, then they're going to be really popular. Yes, it's a big car, but if you've got a smaller car, alongside it, like an i3 or Honda E or Fiat 500, something like that, it kind of ticks the boxes of best of both worlds. I think Rivian are a really cool company to watch. They've got the funding from Amazon. There's no reason why they're not going to do really, really well. Will it come out in 2021? I think it will in America. But over here, right-hand drive, not quite sure. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing them. Really big fan of them. They do some cool stuff. So yeah, bring it on. Now, number one is a car. It has 4 seats, it has a very usable boot, it has a range of over 600 miles and it's fully EV. It just sounds like the perfect family car, doesn't it? You probably guessed it knowing me. It's a Tesla Roadster. Okay, so officially it's a Tesla Roadster 2020. It didn't happen. But then it's not the best business sense to build a supercar when they've got massive, massive demand for Model 3, Model Y. So I can understand why it got delayed, but really this car needs to come out this year. I'm really hoping that tomorrow, which is the 27th of January, they bring out some more news. I just think it needs to come out now. So there's obviously a massive demand for the Tesla Roadster from buyers. There's also a lot of people who quite rightly deserve their cars for doing the sort of Tesla referral scheme and getting a lot of publicity for Tesla. Tesla haven't paid for any of that publicity, and their deal was they'd get the free Roadster. I think it's worthy, especially people like Andy Slide. It's just, you know, they've done so much for Tesla. Beyond that, this is the car that was really going to cement EVs as being a petrolhead car. So as the name of the channel sort of implies, I am a petrolhead. I've just loved cars all my life. And the Tesla Roadster was the car that was going to be the one that put the fight to the GT3 RSs, the 720S, the 488s, all those sort of petrolhead supercars. And it was going to beat them. And this is what I want to see. I want EVs to be taken seriously on all levels. It's pretty much a no-brainer. If you need a city car or family car, you go EV. If you want a long-distance car, Tesla does it as well as pretty much any petrol car. To see Tesla bring out the Roadster, which has been cherry on the cake of Tesla for so long, it needs to happen. And as Elon said, it just give a massive smackdown to the petrolhead world. I think it'd be really cool. Just really looking forward to seeing some on the road. And I know a couple of local people who I'm pretty certain are going to buy them. Will, come on, do it, yeah. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing the Tesla Roadster on the road. It's going to be good. Hopefully I might drive. So thank you very much for watching. As always, if you have any questions about electric cars, just drop me a message, either in a comment or in the description. There's my email address. If you like this video a lot, you can just buy me a coffee. Again, link in the description. So thank you very much for watching. See you on another video very soon. Bye bye.